What's up, Lash fam? Welcome back, you guys, to episode number 7 of Truly Me. Hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, join the Lash family, and share some of these podcasts with your friends out there. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about how important content is and how to pick or choose or know what the right content is to put out there. I'm going to talk to you guys about how to take pictures the correct way, which pictures you guys should be posting, and kind of how to run your Instagram a little bit better to kind of build your clientele, build your portfolio and things like that. Before we jump in though, remember that we started a series with me and two of my friends, and we're going to be putting out fun content every Sunday for you guys, a new episode with them. And it's just fun stuff. We do challenges and games and kind of keep it fun for you guys. LBK is still up and running. We have the website. We're sending out orders on a daily basis. We're back to normal on that. And we will be doing private trainings. So you guys can head over to the website to figure out when you can book for privates. And then our group trainings, they're still postponed. We are doing LA in May. So that is still good. We will be doing the LA class. But for the future classes, we're going to be postponing just the time on that. So we'll let you guys know when all that stuff is up and running again. We're just waiting on, government stuff to clear us so that we can be back to training with you guys. But privates are up and LA is still a go in May. So let's jump into the podcast. Let's talk about content. As lash artists, we, need to put out good content to show our work. And I've talked about this before, but Instagram is really just a platform for you guys to really expose who you are as lash artists, the work that you do. It's just a place where people go to figure out, what kind of work you do. And it's free. It's free advertisement, so I think everybody should fully take advantage of that. But I get questions, how do you take pictures? What do you use to take your pictures? Things like that. I just use my iPhone, you guys, and it's really about the lighting. Lighting is key when taking a good photo, and angles, stuff like that. But I teach this in my classes how to take the correct picture, or how I take my pictures. And the number one thing I do is lighting. You guys have to get a good light. I use the ring light. There's the Glamcores too, but I haven't really heard good things about Glamcore, and I don't personally use it, so I'm not going to speak on it. But I use the ring light. I buy it off Amazon. It works great. It's called, I think, Newer. It's Newer. And you want to really blind your client. You want to get the lighting huge, turn it up all the way, put it right in their face, and then you're going to get really close with your camera, and you're just going to hit different angles. And what I do is I take a ton of different angles, and then I go through them later to figure out which one is the best. But lighting is so important. Make sure that you guys are using really good lighting, getting close to the eye. Another thing I learned is that you guys should, when you're taking pictures of your work, you want to focus on your work, right? So a lot of people will take pictures of the whole face, or there's things in the background and kind of like little distractions. So focus just on getting the eye, and avoid getting anything in the background or anything other than the eye. You don't have to get the whole face. When people go to look at your work, they don't care about anything else but the eyelashes. So just focus on putting out that content. Another thing that I think is important is putting out other things besides just pictures. You guys should be making videos of your work. A lot of people edit hard on their pictures, and people like to see raw work. So videos, you can't really edit. There's no filters. So I would also suggest putting out some videos of your guys' work and that kind of stuff. It just helps people realize, okay, this is legit, or this is what it looks like in real life instead of an edited picture. So videos I did for a while, pictures, and I just would go back and forth. If you look at my Instagram account, we'll put it up for you guys, but if you look at it, it's very uniformed. Most of the photos look the same. They're just kind of adjusted a little bit, but I keep it all pretty tight. I don't like to have quotes and personal shit on there. I just keep it all business. because when people go to Lashes by Kins, they know they're there for lashes, right? I'm not there posting personal things that I'm doing. It's just business. So I think that consistency in that is also very helpful for people who, they follow me for a reason. They want to see certain things. So putting out that content just kind of helps the consistency of your business and what you're doing also. So Instagram, you can have your personal if you want to post things like that, but keep your business Instagram strictly business, strictly lashes, and try not to be all over the place when you're putting out your content. Now, content is content. I think that any content is good content if it is like on the same like stream of what you're doing, right? So if it's business, if it's lashing, beauty related, things like that, that's good. It's just kind of when you drift off into like family shit or, other things like that, you just want to keep that super, super tight and just do only lashes or beauty or whatever you're doing. It doesn't have to be lashes, but whatever you're doing out there, just keep your Instagram strictly for that because people follow you for a reason. Another thing is that most people look at stories versus your actual feed. So keep consistent and post on your story. Like if you look at mine, I'm constantly on my story to the point where it's almost like annoying, I think, but you want to stay relevant. People want to see that you're active. People want to, the second when you start something and then you kind of fall off, people fall off with you. So the more consistent you are, the more consistent your following is going to be. The more people are going to watch you. You want that engagement. So keep posting on your story. And then I would just suggest posting on your actual page, a couple times a week if you want. It doesn't even have to be a couple times a week, at least once a week. And when you decide what to post on your actual feed, post your best shit. Like you do not everything is worth being posted on your actual page. And I see a lot of lash artists that will do a set and they'll just post it just to put out the content, but put your best stuff out there. You don't want to put out mediocre, basic, you want to really showcase your best stuff. So when I train or do a mentorship, they always ask me, can you look at my Instagram? Can you give me pointers? Can you tell me what I need to do? And 95% of the time, I see bad lighting. I see quotes. I see personal stuff. It's just all over the place. There's no consistency. So if you go onto most Instagram accounts that are like have a huge following, most of them have like the same aesthetics, I guess, or they look like you have like the same vibe going on. So you want to be super dialed in on, what you're trying to portray with your Instagram, especially if you're using it for business reasons. So back to saying, not everything is worth being posted on Instagram. Post the best stuff that you're proud of, stuff that really showcases your work. Take down the things that are, not your best or you're not fully happy about, and start over. You got to understand that Instagram and your posts, that's your portfolio. That's what people go to look at when they hear about you, or when you go to the grocery store and someone asks, what do you do for a living? You say lashes, or you say hair, and they say, okay, what's your Instagram? That's literally the first place people go. Let me see what kind of work they do. Let me see what kind of hair they do. And that's how you get your clientele. That's how you make your money. So take Instagram pretty seriously, because that's like your main platform where people are always going to go to first. So good content, good pictures, good lighting, all that stuff is really important. Okay, so aside from Instagram, you guys have YouTube, we have Facebook, we now have TikTok. All of these things can kind of be used into one. So just think of it as like you have all these different platforms, right? And there's different people on different platforms. When I use YouTube, it sends people to my Instagram. When I use Instagram, it sends people to my YouTube. So it funnels, and you start reaching a whole different level of audience. And so when you understand how like powerful all of those platforms are, you can really expand so much bigger than what just Instagram is. So using other platforms, even if you don't use it on a regular basis, like Facebook, I don't ever use Facebook, but I use it. I'm not on Facebook every day checking it, but I use it as a platform to reach other people because there's different people on every different platform. YouTube, that's a whole nother audience. But it brings traffic from every single one of those places. I have people that I train that found me on YouTube. I have people that I train that have found me on Facebook. So all of these different platforms are going to be helpful and beneficial to you guys. So take advantage of what you have at your fingertips. You guys, we're on our phones all day long, every day, scrolling through Instagram. Like, instead of doing that, spend your time creating content, putting things out there for people, bringing traffic to yourself, building a clientele that way, or building another business that way. This little thing right here can help you guys tremendously. So I really encourage you guys to look at the other platforms that they are. I just did an interview for a beauty like seminar, and we were speaking about how to make money outside of lashing in the industry still. How do you guys make money without actually doing lashes? And this is one of the things that is going to help you guys make money outside of lashing. Even if you don't lash, you could be, you could be a makeup artist, you could do hair, you could do anything. But, YouTube is such a huge platform that a lot of people, I think, don't realize what it is. And you guys everybody has a story. Everybody has, things that they've learned or experiences that they could tell. And people really engage in stuff like that. So I think when I started YouTube, obviously, you guys, if you look back at those videos, I'm going to do a reaction video actually to some of my old content just so that I can cringe. But to say that is I was super authentic. I literally just made content to put it out for you guys because people wanted content from me. And I knew that. So I didn't care what I looked like. I freaking looked dead half the time. And people vibed with that. When I met people, in my trainings or just anywhere, people would always be like, I loved the fact that you were just super authentic. And people really connect with that instead of, people who are just doing it for clout or, for other reasons. So, all right, guys. So with that being said, being real and just, showing your true colors, being yourself, people connect to that. And that's real. All right, guys. So with that being said, just be aware of the content you're putting out. You really can't put out bad content. Content's content. You guys should be putting out it constantly. Just be aware of where you're putting that content out. Posting your best stuff, making sure that you're portraying yourself to be the best that you really are, showing that in your work. Be active, be annoying, stay super relevant, and especially in an industry like ours where it's so saturated and there's so many lash artists out there, or just in the beauty industry alone, you got to stand out, you got to be different. So that's all I got to say about that. I hope you guys learned something new. I will do a video. I'm going to make an actual video of how I take my photos. I get that question so often. I'm just going to make a video on it. I'll show you guys what I use, how I take my photos, how I edit my photos. I'll do a whole video on how I edit my photos because I don't like to edit a lot, but I do enhance a little bit. So I'll show you guys how I do that as well. But I love you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. Make sure you guys subscribe. You guys can listen to our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It is always available on there. And we're uploading a lot of content for you guys. So make sure you guys are sharing it. And we love you, and we'll see you guys soon.